Awesome. Okay, so we're going to be playing some Death Must Die. This is a Vampire Survivor roguelike. I mean, it's a pretty chill game. Um, Basically, you play as one of the heroes who's come to kill death. Um, Currently, there's only one boss in the game, and yeah, it's Dracula. So, beaten him a couple times. We got some stuff to get rid of. That's kind of why I started the stream early. Basically, just selling anything that's not purple or red. Red's like one step above purple. Okay. These are all your heroes. One of the nice features about this game, you're able to select all five of your different characters from the vendor screen, and you have a shared inventory, and so you can outload like this divine chainmail can only be worn by Scotty, the very last character. So you can change over to them and change out their stuff, compared to having to like go out, change characters, come back over. So I picked these up on my last run. They are uh, experience pull from a large distance, and an alteration dice, which lets you pick which god is giving you the bonus. So the ones I'm using now are just half as good on one aspect, so we're going to use those. Okay, you're going to replace that. Uh, let's see if anybody has a weak jewel. No? Okay, those are Scotty boots. He's got good boots. I prefer alteration dice above pretty much anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I don't think anybody has a weak amulet, but we'll check. Good, good, good. Not great. Okay, so what do you do? Hey, Andrew. You're just, you're living the baby bottle life over there. So this is just all around better, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. We'll do our first run with the, with Avaron. We'll go ahead and just do straight up attack damage. Gotta put up that lore book. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. There's a lot of lore books in this. One of my dogs is like freaking out. I think there's another raccoon under the house. You know how it is. Winter. Raccoons.
Hello there.
Okay, so just like most games, lightning damage in this game is focused on moving fast, attacking a lot, and the actual spells do absurdly wide ranging damage. So it's kind of like a Diablo 2 style lightning system. Not a huge fan of that, but what we're going to do is, since this is our first pick, I'm going to go ahead and use an alt. So these are our three kinds of extra dice. These let me banish something, so I don't like Wrathful Strikes, right? So I can just get rid of it. That way, when I re-roll, it'll pull up a different skill. It'll never have that chance of pulling that one again. And then re-roll gives me three new ones if there's three available, and they can be any level. unless I've already taken one. So like if I take haste, then yes, I can banish someone to the Shadow Realm, Andrew. So like if I reroll, I could get a haste that's novice or like adept or expert or master. But once I lock it in as a novice, I have to level it up as a novice until I get offered the opportunity to increase its rank. I think what I'm going to do is an alteration, switch gods. Really don't want to do ice. Fire, not a bad way to go. We'll do fire damage. But I'm going to do that first. I have to remind myself to always use the banish dice because I tend to not want to until halfway through the game when it's probably too late already. I'm going to go ahead and grab some attack increase. So for the first part of the game, I like to play without it on auto. And then I throw it on auto once it gets to be just like a massive amount of people on the screen. You run faster if you don't do auto. Spell speeds.
Be thoughtful.
Okay, cool. Let's do blades. Gives me an orbital that runs around. Or I guess it's not an orbital, but it's area damage. There it is. It razor blades around the arena. In this game, the God of War gives like a bleeding dot. Adds quite a bit of damage to your attacks.
What's that? Is
Really don't want. I can't. Well, I mean, she did give me all expert levels. I really do like Blight. It just kills people around the screen. See, just makes little ice patches that do damage. I just always the reason there's nothing wrong with frost damage. I just for some reason I get her like every game. I was just getting a little tired of her. So something that kind of sets us apart from Vampire Survivors or other games like that, there's a loot system where you have gear, like we were doing at the beginning. But there's also random scattered shrines about. Most of them are pretty low grade, you know. Like, so this one will either curse me or give me a piece of gear or nothing.
I thought
So,
Witcher had the back
but they can do
That's-
cool stuff
that's-
like attack speed, and all that stuff. So this one's going to give me, I believe, movement speed. Yeah, so attack, crit, or a chance to regenerate my charge on my dash, or movement speed. And I will take the base movement speed. Your dash is shown by two little pips on the top of your health. You can pick up a third or a fourth, or be down to one. It just kind of depends on what you're playing.
To battle.
The representation of the gods in this game is very Hades-esque. It's like they took Hades and stripped away the, Greek mythology, and I think they took about half as many gods, but they did a good job. They made them each feel unique, and they've definitely made it so like
All my
you can
family's
build
white
with
collar.
just one god. I think I'm gonna so I could take this for just more damage, but I kind of want to get a higher level combust or meteor, higher rarity. This is really good because like every time we hit somebody, they start burning. This one would make them explode when they die of that burn. Okay, what do we got? We can take this one for right now. So anybody we kill with our weapon will drop a tiny little fire on the ground. I'm gonna go fishing. There we go. This shrine will give me more experience, but I'm gonna wait until my current experience buff goes away.
Fire is actually really
These guys are
It only
a non-standard god that comes in and offers you like flat stat bonuses. So, since I'm doing basically melee attacks as most of my damage, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. It'll make me hit a 20% larger area. My arc is now like about 180 degrees around my character. We're really leaning into that fire. We do need some survivability, so we need to keep an eye out for that. Okay. Dive isn't bad. Dive makes you throw like ice, turns you into a what the hell is it called? The frozen orb from D2. I'm basically using the dice that I have to kind of stack up on leveling up my low rarity skills, and then I'm going to kind of try to garner my luck near the end of the run to pick up new skills at higher rarities. So like these are all novice, but I can just pick up this and it's just another level of an expert level skill. Damn. Two invulnerability shrines right next to each other. Okay, first boss. Luckily, we do pretty good damage to single targets. So now we've got no new skill, but we've got 3 good options. Let's do Combust. It's probably the most useful long term. So whenever you kill a mini boss like this, you'll get an item of at least blue rarity, and you'll get a free skill. So basically free level. Oh shit. Do spell area increase. That'll help all my fires, my explosions, everything. I want to get this at a higher level, so we're going to... Actually, we're going to take Vengeful Strikes. And we're going to take anything of blue quality or higher to sell. Really hate the shield guys. I don't know why. They have a very short, like, attack window, and it gets me every time. Some luck. This will increase our chances of getting a better skill offering in the future, of a higher rarity. Oh, some more attack speed or movement speed. Oh, let's do dive. Oh, boss. Well, mini boss. Doesn't even give me a skill when it dies. Okay, attack speed, no attack area would still be really good. Let's give it a roll, see if we can get, oh, there we go. So what this does is it doesn't give us quite, like if you go from level 1 to 2, but it will give you a higher percentage every time you level from there on. So we're going to take this one. Pure percentage-wise, I would have gotten more sticking at novice level and taking level 1 to 2, but even maybe 1 or 2 more levels of it at a higher rarity will give me much more percentage. Well, that's a boss that will give me a skill book down here. We're gonna dance around her a little bit because she does a lot of damage. Spell area.
Make him feel the heat.
Okay. Spell damage. That'll help all my spells, not just my fire ones. You're fine, Andrew. Okay, we do need some heals. Because even incidental damage adds up in this game. Oh, there we go. A little bit. Lose 9 life. At least we can kill little stuff really fast. No, I don't want that crypt. I'm trying to stay away from looting the graves and stuff until really late in a run. The later you do something in a run, the higher chance you have of getting a high level thing. And as of right now, it's probably just going to be a gray or a white, which is not very useful at all. Believe we're just about to have a necromancer fight, which is just another boss fight. Nope. Blue slimes. Looks like I'm doing okay with it. This is amazing. I want to try to get it. Dang. I'm going to grab this, though. It gives everything rupture, basically. Adds even more damage over time. We might pick up that Bloodlust if we see it again. Because we're going to get a lot of ruptures going. The problem is, some things like that are really good when you're fighting lots of stuff, such as these blue slimes or the green slimes earlier, but they're really bad in boss fights because there's only like one dude on the screen at a time. Dracula does summon ads, but he does it once, you know, every like 10 seconds. And so it's long enough for your buffs to go away. Oh, there's a boss. Get our flame on there. Okay, we're gonna upgrade that. Okay, now we're doing the Necromancer. He is a stationary mage that teleports around every once in a while. He does a shitload of damage if you're really close to him when he shoots, because all of his things can hit you at once. It's a shotgun. So you just like get away a little bit, take a hit maybe from one or two of the firebolts, but not all of them. Damn. That's fine. I wasn't feeling that build anyway. I don't even think we got anything good. Yeah. Let's go throw our piece of lore. They're really nice. They give you a separate chest just for lore. Okay, this is my favorite. It is infinite pull range. So like, if somebody's gonna drop a experience gem, it just straight up comes to you. Problem is, you get one dash, which means you have to pick at least one defensive god. Usually justice. Death is also pretty good.
Stormy clouds are gathering outside Death's domain. Must be a bad omen for him.
Not a huge fan of this. Like, it's fun, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather shoot multiple in a row. I've never done this one. Never done that one. Okay, cool. Let's try it. I mean, that's pretty dope that it shoots that many projectiles. I want to try to get death or time. Let's see what we can do. We got time. Or death, sorry. I'm going to grab this one. So, one of the nice things about this game, you can just snag at the beginning. The reason why I stack up so many alteration dice is because that way I can kind of stack up which gods I want by rolling through them and picking one. So I knew I wanted this because I want the extra XP drop. But I want these two, but I want them at a higher than novice level. So we're going to grab Execution, which will give me every single one of those little blue XPs that come out is from that skill. It's not going to be a lot, but when you're fighting hundreds of dudes, it doesn't really matter. Everything adds up. Especially with the fact that I have so many projectiles all at once. Get my Kratos on. Basically, this creates a area around my character where if anybody comes in it, they get ruptured for AoE damage. We're going to lean heavy into that rupture damage. I'm going to get Shurikens as fast as I can, too.
Right.
Sorry, dog. Gem High is hilarious. Time works incredibly well with this build because it has the ability to give you extra XP and attack speed. My first real time getting destroyed by something.
Yes.
So what Force does, the skill I just took, is it anytime an XP goes through somebody, it does damage, which is good on its own, because it also gives you a larger pull radius. But I already have infinite pull, so even if it pulls it from off screen and goes through people, it'll do damage to them.
Never cross me.
Okay, Grom. I got no reason to. I am moving so goddamn slow. Oh. Update Chains of War. Man, I wish I wasn't so ridiculously slow. Okay, should be fighting Oozes now. Every time I get a gem, an XP gem, I get a small buff. It's like 1% for 1 second. But when you're fighting this many guys, you get hundreds of it. Oh, enemies age. So, legendaries. You have to get a master level skill to pop up. So this was originally 2 masters, and then this popped up on top of it. So, I guess they're going to lose 6% of their life every second. There are some legendaries that are ridiculous. Like, one of the Justice legendaries is she just, like, kills everything on the screen every 30 seconds. It's a little broken.
You mortals have such a spark in you.
Grab Ravens? I like Ravens. They roll around and put a debuff on everyone that does damage over time. But not like a dot normally would. Like, they chunk people for 10% of their life at a time. We're going to start ramping Cursed to do extra damage. There is a, I think it's a Daughter of Death buff that I really like. That spreads whatever was on somebody when they die. It's amazing. Like, you curse one dude, you kill him. It kills, or curses everyone around him. Speaking of ramping up, we're going a lot faster now. Every time somebody dies accursed. I will never understand the sound effect of killing one of these, like, Devastator guys. It's a soda can. I hope it's a placeholder. Let's do area attack so that my explosions are bigger. Not doing a whole lot of spells. That was a lag. This gives me an iframe. Not terrible. Definitely need it. Oh. Let's run that one back.
Sin can never remain hidden.
This one's really cool. It shoots one, but it bounces.
Time is all about the root.
Anybody that gets killed by one of these ones also spits out a little bit of extra experience, which is why I'm leveling so much faster than normal.
Why I'm doing this?
Yeah, we'll take fire. Like meteor. Yeah, go ahead and get me in. I've got a mini boss coming up on us. Okay. Upgrade on my shurikens. Upgrade on the meteor shower. See, the shurikens are really good in like groups because they kill lined up enemies. Even more XP. Oh, looks like we're fighting green slimes. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now my Gemini is kicking in.
Infinity is
This is like a waste of time. Whee! I just like Chains of War. I think it's fun. Like, it's just a really easy way to protect yourself. Also, it just makes me feel like Kratos, you know? I'll pick up an extra 20% XP. Take that bunny hop totem.
Again with the
Much better than last time. Okay.
The future.
Well, that was fun. Okay. Take an extra blade. Got multiple instances of lashes going on now. Ooh. Alteration dice? Now let's go rerolls.
Oh, hi!
There we go, an extra projectile. Does less area damage, but they hit more people, so that's all that matters.
Summer is here.
I'll take Master Level Breath of Fire. Okay,
Devil mess.
more shurikens. Going pretty well. More attack damage.
You wish to know.
Another projectile. Ooh, 10 minutes is a hard one for this build. A lot of heavily armored guys. Okay. Actually, it's going quite well. Believe we're about to hit blue slime. I'll take an upgraded gem high. I'd say taking that extra percent XP at the beginning of the mission was a pretty good idea. Okay, I guess I'll get some extra damage.
Death has
Another blade. Look how many shurikens are coming off of these. Hey Andrew, I thought you were gone.
time.
Yeah, it's pure chaos. Basically, the more stuff I kill, the faster I attack.
Time and
Should come up on Necromancer soon. Yeah, it is Hades Vampire Survivor with a gear system. So Brotato, Vampire Hades. Bro Hades Survivor. Hades the Vampire, bro. Accurate. 110% accurate. But you know, this game's kind of a shit show at the end. Each run is 20 minutes. I'm at 14 and a half. No, we're killing Dracula because reasons. Dracula. So we have this run is consistent of blessings from the fire god, the god of time, and the god of war. So it's kind of a clusterfuck of explosions. It is just silly, yeah.
Snip, snip, snap.
It's Hephaestus. Vulcan for Roman. He my favorite. Yeah. Like there's also Apollo, and they kind of share it. So like Hephaestus is like the fire of the furnace, and then Apollo would be the god, like the fire of the sun. But generally, fire is the domain of Hephaestus.
You would allow this. Let's.
No, Apollo is Greek, and so is Hermes. You're thinking of it's Mercury is Hermes, and Apollo is straight up the sun. That's coming in Hades too, don't worry. If they don't have that like reference in there, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Okay. So Andrew, I think you missed it earlier. This is a legendary. It basically you have to get it to randomly spawn you a master level skill, and then it replaces that a percent chance small. It's like 10% to give you a legendary instead. And what that does is it does something nuts. So like this is the god of time, and he just makes everything lose 6% of their max life every second. Each god has several legendaries. You can take as many as you can find. It is, but you gotta remember, stuff doesn't stay on the screen that long. So, like, I mean, they don't really end up taking a lot of damage. RIP my computer. I can't even see what's going on at this point.
Gifted by winter.
And Dracula. The fuck is he at? Give me my money, Dracula. Can't even fucking see him. This is the stupidest shit. Beat him. Should not have. Should have died. Fucking. Ugh. Couldn't even see what I was doing. Oh. Although, so I will say, that legendary, in the short time I had it, was my highest DPS, damage per second item, by a lot. Yeah, I just killed Dracula. It's Castlevania style. What are you working on over there, Andrew? Okay, you going to bed? Okie dokie. I might switch over to, like, Dwarf Fortress or something for a little bit. You're fine. Didn't know what you were doing. Night, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll work on some sticker stuff if we have time tomorrow. Peace. Everyone else who watches this posthumously, also peace. I'm going to go switch to Dwarf Fortress, which will be technically a different stream.